Gets me every time. All right, it's time for my favorite weather segment of the week. Of course, Weather Wiz Wednesday, where you send me your weather questions and I answer them on air. I'm running out of questions, so please send me some more. I need them. I really do need some more questions. And if you send a video of your kid asking the question, it adds the adorable factor to it. So Weather Wiz Wednesday, our Weather Wiz today is Paul. And Caroline said she loves sunrises and sunsets, and apparently so does Paul. But he asked, why are the sunrises and sets, for that matter, in Rapid City so red compared to other areas? Well, Paul, that's a great question, and actually a lot of people think that it has something to do with dust and particulates in the air. Actually, for beautiful sunsets, you actually want clear, clean air, and we certainly have plenty of that here in western South Dakota. And of course, a few high clouds, well, they never hurt either. But much like why the sun is, or the sky is blue, not the sun is blue, why the sky is blue, it's all caused by Raleigh or selective scattering. Now, as opposed to the daytime when the sun is only shining through a thin layer of the atmosphere directly on top of us, scattering all of the blue particles, and that's why the sky is blue, we're going through a much thicker layer of the atmosphere because the sun is either rising in the east or setting in the west. So it's going through a more dense layer of atmosphere, and a lot of people say, oh, you want a lot of stuff in the sky. No, urban aerosols are actually not good scatterers. They actually absorb it and subdue the color. So this is a very rudimentary graphic. I apologize. I usually have a vision in my head, and it doesn't turn out exactly the way I want it, but this is the best I can do. You're going to get the picture by the time I'm done with you. Here's the sunshine. That is solar energy. Of course, we see a lot of that. That's what keeps us warm. That's what lets us live. So, like I said, we're going through a thicker layer of the atmosphere because it's more of an angle. The sun's angle is not directly on top of us, it's more off to the side. So the oxygen and nitrogen atoms that scatter all of the sun's energy will actually start to scatter more of the blues and purples as we get into the later parts of the day, because oxygen and nitrogen and air molecules, for that matter, are about the same size as the sun's waves. So that lets through the longer waves, and that tends to be the reds and oranges. So once again, Paul, we actually don't want a dirty sky. Volcanoes will actually give you some remarkable sunrises and sunsets, and also when we have some fires in the area, some of the smoke, because that smoke is so fine, or the dust from the volcano is so fine, we could get some incredible sunrises and sunsets. But in reality, we actually want clear air and a few high clouds just to reflect and scatter some of the blues and purples to give us the reds and oranges that we love to see. Paul, I hope that answers your question. Keep the weather questions coming to weather@newscenter1.com. Please, I'm begging you, send me some more questions. If you haven't got the hint, I need some more questions.